Hello, my lovely bookworms. The book I'm reviewing today, it's actually the first book in a series, but I've already completed the entire series because A, it's that good, and B, I didn't feel comfortable reviewing the last two books without going back and reading the first one. So I am discussing / reviewing the first book in the Trill series. It is Switched. You can see, sorry, I read it on my iPad and I didn't have a hard copy of it. First, let me just say I am freakishly obsessed with Amanda Hocking. Any ebook writer, author would know how truly fascinating her story is. I actually discovered her in my local newspaper, and I still have it. I know, I told you, it's kind of freakish, but here you go. That's Amanda Hocking, and it says, author catches, oh, I highlighted, sorry. Author catches fire with self-published ebooks. So, yeah, and that was published February of 2011, so a whole year ago and then some. But just with her love of storytelling and writing and sheer, willpower and determination, she was able to accomplish so much. Let me just read a part of it. Fed up with attempts of finding traditional publishers for her young adult paranormal novels, Hocking self-published last March, began self-publishing her novels on online bookstores like Amazon and Barnes & Noble. By May, she was selling hundreds. By June, thousands. She sold 164,000 books by 2011. They were priced between 99 cents to $2.99 in digital downloads. She sold, by January, 450,000 copies of her 9 titles. More than 99% were ebooks. And this was the beginning of her stardom. She's actually sold millions. Yeah, I don't want to come off like a complete stalker, but going on her blogs, all she did was dedicate herself to the craft. And if you read The Secret or Outliers, I believe that if you put positive energy and hours into what you do and what you love, that you can really accomplish anything. So my hat's off to her. I think she's awesome. Switched begins with Wendy Everly as the protagonist. She's a young child and she's having a birthday party with close friends and family. She whines about, each gift that she's given. She complains about the cake. Mom makes these hints that she doesn't feel like Wendy's her daughter. Just, you kind of see her mom's like a ticking time bomb, just like waiting to explode. And when it's time to cut the cake, Mom brings it in with a knife. She just completely loses it when Wendy says, "I don't like chocolate." And Mom stabs her in the stomach. So in chapter 1, it starts off with Wendy Everly as a high school student now. She meets this, cute but kind of stalkerish boy named Finn. She goes to this high school dance and she's just kind of like standing in the sidelines, people watching. Of course, Finn is like watching her. And he eventually asks her to dance. Finn is being, quote unquote, not my words, like Wendy says this, "You're being a complete dick." And he's all, "You're not such a great dancer," and she rebuttals with, "Well, you're not such a great dancer yourself." And he's like, "Yeah, I would be if I just had a better partner." I'm like, what? Like, who says that? Later in the story, you kind of find out there's a reason why he was, blowing her off. So he comes to her window later that same night. Yeah, kind of creepy, yeah. He confronts her about some paranormal special abilities that she used on someone to drive her home after that incident. Wendy is, intrigued but terrified that her, mind speak or paranormal ability has been discovered as like a real, tangible thing, not just her feeling crazy. He goes on to explain that she is a troll, or also known as Trill. That is her community or tribe. And there's also another opposing group that's called the Vitre. He says that she is a changeling and she was switched at birth. Readers discover that her crazy mom was actually not so crazy. She was mourning her son. She was supposed to have a son. They switched. So this book is fast-paced. It's a fun read. You know, it's just pure fun all the way through. And if you like a strong female protagonist, you know, Wendy's your girl. She grows throughout the entire series, you know, obviously, but I just really enjoy her personality. And the whole troll thing is not like you'd expect. Like, these trolls are hot. It takes YA paranormal romance into a totally different direction. It's kind of a nice breather from werewolves, vampires. Not that I don't love me some vampires. It's just kind of a nice change. Obviously, go read it. I'm in love with this series. I'll give it 3 mochis, and the reason why I don't give it 4 is just because I know how great the other books are. It only gets better, so definitely recommend this series.